The Strait of Hormuz is the world's most critical economic choke point. Today, traffic has ground to a halt, and oil prices have breached the $100 mark. Before this shutdown, a severely weakened Iran was keeping the lanes open through extortion. They allowed ships to pass, provided the operators paid a heavy toll directly to Tehran. Donald Trump countered with a blockade squared. The U.S. Navy is now physically intercepting any vessel attempting to pay that toll, freezing the last remaining legal traffic in the strait. The United States Navy has become the primary driver of this global market panic, taking over the role of regional disruptor from Iran. Enforcing this naval wall has instantly removed up to 1.5 million barrels of oil from the market every single day. While intended to starve the Iranian regime of cash, the move primarily punishes America's own energy-dependent allies, nations like Japan, South Korea, and India. This military escalation traces back to a marathon 21-hour negotiation in Islamabad that ended in total deadlock. The delegations shared no common ground in experience. Iran arrived with career diplomats. Washington sent political appointees and real estate developers. The U.S. team included Trump's close friend Steve Witkoff and his son-in-law Jared Kushner, men with extensive backgrounds in commercial property, but no history in international crisis management. Vice President J.D. Vance served as the lead negotiator. It was a choice defined by irony, as the administration's most vocal skeptic of foreign intervention was tasked with preventing a war. The talks collapsed because the U.S. brought an inflexible list of 15 demands centered on a total nuclear shutdown that the Ayatollahs could never accept without destroying their internal credibility. With a diplomatic deal politically impossible for both sides, Trump pivoted to the art of the deal by force, ordering the naval blockade. Enforcing that order means operating within a 21-mile-wide geographic bottleneck that offers no room for error. The U.S. has committed multi-billion-dollar guided missile destroyers to patrol these shallow, confined waters. They are facing an adversary that has spent decades preparing for this exact fight. Despite 13,000 U.S. airstrikes, Tehran's shoreline remains lined with hidden missile batteries. These high-value warships are now targets for low-cost, asymmetrical weapons, from submerged mines to swarms of armed, fast-attack speedboats. The danger isn't theoretical. In the Black Sea, Ukraine used inexpensive maritime drones to humiliate and cripple the vastly superior Russian fleet. By initiating this siege, the U.S. Navy has effectively trapped its most advanced surface ships in a narrow kill zone where their technological advantages are neutralized. The military risks are now compounding into diplomatic isolation as the unilateral blockade alienates Washington's international partners. The administration is even feuding with the Vatican. Pope Leo XIV's public condemnation of the campaign sparked a bizarre PR crisis involving the White House's social media accounts. But the most significant escalation involves China. Beijing relies on the Middle East for over 40% of its oil. Their regional influence is tethered to Iran's survival, and they cannot afford to watch this choke point remain closed. China has already begun shipping advanced air defense components and potassium perchlorate, a critical propellant for long-range ballistic missiles, directly to Tehran. The ultimate risk is a direct challenge to the blockade. Beijing could soon deploy its own naval assets to manually escort massive Chinese tankers through the American line. Trump attempted to use geography to bankrupt Iran, but he has instead created an inescapable trap. By choosing to squeeze this specific energy artery, the U.S. has guaranteed that a single tactical error could trigger a direct conflict between the world's two largest military powers.